good. I think we're rolling.
All right, I gotta pee.
Do you really?
What?
Charles has a bladder thing.
Oh, man.
Hypothetically, episode 53, we got Charles Engle taking a piss.
I have a bladder thing, too.
Tell him.
About this,
I'll act with
specifics.
Charles. What is it?
Basically, like my urinary tract, if I don't pee often enough, it gets like backed up or something, and it feels like I have testicular torsion. And every time, because it feels like I have testicular torsion, I have to go to the hospital.
You ever had testicular torsion?
No, but I know what it feels like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Never
like
had
getting
it.
it's getting like repeatedly kicked in the balls.
I scratch my balls too hard, and I have like it looks like a sunburn sometimes.
Oh my
They're
god!
like blisters.
Cut your nails.
I used to go
It's
on.
not like I have like a pinch and rub method.
Ah.
I used to go on a walk with this lacrosse ball where I just bounce it, and just while I was thinking about stuff, and it hit my balls so many times, and it would hit hard because we had these weird angled like curbs, so it hit the angle curb right at the right angle, hit me in the nuts, and then I would fall to the ground for like 10 minutes.
I bet if we saw footage, it turns out it wasn't even an accident. You were just on a walk like, I hate myself.
Yeah, like one of those monks trying to like strengthen themselves.
Yeah.
The next actually,
Yeah, sure, he can withstand the cold, but can you do that? Hit yourself in the balls 58 times while you just think about your day.
one of those monks that are like on fire, and you just get them with a lacrosse ball right in the
Oh, that was worse. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Ooh, will you tell Nathan the thing?
Oh yeah. So this was funny. So Zach had a birthday, I think 2 weeks ago. Nick and I and Zach's cousins and Marty went to Zach's mom's house, and Zach's girlfriend was there, and then we're all just talking, and it was me, Zach's girlfriend, and Zach. But just out of the blue, Zach's girlfriend was like, Zach is like has had 5 dreams where he's made out with you, and I was like, oh. And then Zach goes like, no, and I was like, well, that's true then, the way that you're backpedaling. And he's like, babe, and Zach's girlfriend was like, no, it's like at least 5. He won't stop telling me. And then Zach did that thing where he like tried to normalize it throughout the night. Like throughout the night, if like some sort of sexual joke was made about me or Zach, some scenarios, Zach would be like, yeah, and then we'll make out, right, babe? And I'd be like, no, no. And then today, to even further the case that it's true, it's like 2 weeks ago, Zach texted me randomly. And
At 3 a.m.
You up?
Oh, picture.
Yeah. With invisible ink. Yeah. And he goes, hey, I had a dream about you last night where you were skateboarding and you fell. I hope you're okay. Which is already...
That's gayer than making out dreams.
He's
Jesus
concerned
Christ.
for my dream health. And he goes, and I just responded and I said, did we make out? And then he responded and goes, lol, no. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You're supposed to have a comeback to this if it was fake.
Yeah, he's out there reading that blushing.
Yeah. He should have said a little.
Yeah,
But,
right, right?
Yeah, he was, So, yeah, Zach's been making out with me on a skateboard.
Yeah.
And I fell into
In the
his ass.
cul-de-sac.
Yeah. I had a dream where I was eaten by 2 animals. That's a straight
Was
man's
one of them
dream.
Zach? He was a goddamn animal. Ferocious.
My ass was raw. Yeah, so that was my day with Zach.
I don't know if Molly, his girlfriend's doing a bit, like that's a bit or not, but either way, it's so funny.
Used to do it.
Yeah, I think if it was a bit, you could play it
It's
off.
like the funniest bit of it, because it really is like a guy's weakness. Like
Yeah.
if the girlfriend just says that to one of the guy's friends, like there's no, I don't know what Zach could have done
Yeah, because either way, I'm like...
to like
this
live
guy-
that down.
This
Yeah.
guy dreams we make out.
I am worried I already said this on the podcast.
And just make out. You don't even fuck. He like respects
Yeah,
you.
exactly. We just make... Well, he's probably hoping...
Right.
Yeah, he's
you,
like,
you haven't
we made
consented.
out. Because he probably wakes up before it goes further. It's like, go back.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Molly's
I
like,
feel
Zach,
like
are you up? Shut up, Molly.
I feel like I've definitely already talked about it on the podcast, but I told you about the mom mouth kissing thing I did to that frat guy. When I was in a frat, there was one guy who I just thought it'd be funny. I started spreading a rumor that he kisses his mom on the mouth like every time. And it got so bad to one day he walked up and just demanded, he's like, hey, dude, you have to stop. Like everybody brings it up all the time now. And I was like, I'll stop spreading the rumor when you stop doing it. And then at one point it got back around to me where someone walked up to me and was like, did you know Spencer kisses his mom on the mouth? And then he never talked to me again.
Really?
Yeah, he does not like me anymore because of that. We were like good friends.
Really?
And you were like, this is worth it. Your friendship is worth this.
I thought there was going to
good.
be like a punch in the face.
No, he was just really personally hurt and decided to split ties amicably.
I got punched for that.
Really?
There's this kid in my high school named Stu, and this other kid named Justin went around telling everyone that Stu sucked his own dick. And then Stu confronted Justin. He goes, hey, man, you've been going around telling people I suck my own dick? And he goes, no, Hopping's been going around telling people you suck your own dick. So then I'm waiting for the bus one day. Stu just comes up and he punches me. I was like, the fuck was that?
What happened?
He punched me and like ran off.
And you never saw him again?
No, I saw him the next. I mean, it didn't like. He got me like in the shoulders. It was like nothing, but it was weird.
Yeah, but is sucking your own dick even that bad of an insult to be?
I think in high school it's just like weird. But you know, anything to be like what? And in high school you're trying so hard to see any part of a naked lady,
right?
And that's damaging your health.
Yeah,
your chances.
Dude, I was self-conscious. I bought cheap shoes one time, and they went when I walked, and we were taking a quiz, and it was totally silent, and I just was like handing my quiz in and then back. And I don't think I've ever been any more humiliated.
Really?
It was to the point where people were like looking at me. And I was like trying to like tiptoe, but it did, because they were from Walmart, you couldn't silence them. So I would just like.
It's funny when you are younger that you
also,
forget
I was rock hard and leaking.
Yeah.
So that was embarrassing a little bit too.
I've gotten called up rock hard.
I knew a kid in my high school who the teacher was like, I forget, his name was John. She goes, John, come up and do this problem. And he just went, no. And he was like to a girl, and the girl was like,
really?
Scooted away. Yeah, it's so amazing.
I would always get hard like 5 minutes before class ended. Like,
well, the bell's about to ring. You're excited.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you'll go fuck right outside.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the fuck bell?
Is it the makeout bell? Zach here? But I did the thing where I got called to collect the books, so I did it in like a right angle. I walked like just totally bent over.
Well, the books you have a shield a little bit.
Yeah,
once
but
you have
then
enough
when you
books,
put the books back, you just have to walk back like, oh.
Yeah. I had that at driver's ed. Yeah, any
What?
class in the morning. It was in the morning.
What?
It was like first thing in the morning. I'm in the car with this guy, like half asleep, and I kind of wake up because it's my turn to drive in a second. And I have morning wood.
Oh no!
And the instructor wanted me to like move a cone, so I had to get out of the car, rock hard, move this cone. And I did the right angle. It's like,
Could you just like seamlessly waistband it? I feel like there's solutions.
there's a guy next to me.
You just do it quick. You turn, and then as you're turning, you quickly
Done like a if I practiced that, I could have gotten out somersaulted, and then by the time I get up, I'm wasted.
Yeah, you're doing that, but then your shirt also lifts up because you're doing that.
Yeah.
Because you're so good.
You see the tip of my penis.
I had that once where I
Squirt.
That's part of it. It's like
I got out of the car once my dad dropped me off at school. I had one. I did the seamless flip up. It was like a little.
That's a
TV
cool way to do
moment.
it.
Yeah, the little like as you're opening the door with one hand, you go whoop, and there were 3 girls right in front of me. Like it was like a little TV moment, and I was like, oh no. And then I was like, okay, they're not going to see my. It's when boners were like really embarrassing. And then they
back when
looked
boners
back.
were not cool.
Yeah, they weren't when you first got them, when they were new. And a gust of wind came. So the girls looked back and just saw like a just a 3D outline. And I was like, oh no!
Yeah, they got like an IMAX experience. Wow, that was a penis.
Yeah. You forget how much of a force the feeling of awkward is when you're younger. You can't beat it.
It's terrible.
You can't get past awkward.
Yeah, there's no way out. You don't have the skills yet. You're just like...
No, I got bullied a lot. I was pretty comfortable with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People still like trashing me. I was like, seeing my penis is not a big deal. You didn't hurt me today.
I farted playing Quidditch in front of these 2 hot girls.
That's funny.
And you have like the thing between your legs, and I was running, and I turned, and I had to bend down to get a ball, and I just like let it rip as I bent down, and they didn't say anything. And then when we all got back into the group, one of them just went, hey, earlier someone farted. Just let that linger, and I was just like...
I've farted myself awake before, and you ever do that in class? No. And then you gotta. I did that on the subway once too. A really bad fart. I've fallen asleep on the subway and woken up by farting, and it's a crowded subway and it smells really bad. And you're just like.
Did you say anything?
No, I was so embarrassed.
Sorry,
immediately sweating. But I did that once. I did that a couple times in school, and I would wake myself up with a fart, and then do the fake. The only thing a kid knows, you just go, yeah, it was the mouth. I was doing those noises.
Dude, there was this kid in my Spanish class junior year who let one rip in class, and I was like, he's done. But he just like started laughing hysterically, and then everyone else started laughing. I was like, fuck, he figured it out.
Yeah.
And he looked like shit. He was like wearing a wife beater. He just like looked bad and just like let it rip and was just like, and it was like, fuck, why can't I do that?
Kid got a hand job that night.
Yeah, she was like, fart on me. Nope, I don't do it when you ask for it.
Yeah. It takes away the joy.
Mm-hmm. Can I have more whiskey?
Dude.
Yeah.
So fast. As though we've had multiple conversations. I'm trying to think if I've had any gay dreams.
If I've had gay dreams, I've repressed.
You're in therapy, though. I thought that's the whole thing. Have you had
Yeah.
gay dreams,
My
Charles?
ther-
Charles,
my-
tell me about your
Yeah.
gay. That's the whole...
My
know,
therapy is
just-
not about like childhood. Mine's about like what am I doing currently.
All right. I
Yours
kind of like
isn't.
that.
Yours isn't demanding that you're just a woman.
No. Yeah.
Isn't that all therapy?
Yeah. We got past that part. I've already told
What if
them.
your therapist
You're
was
already a
just
woman.
single trying to get with you? He's like, you're a single,
fall asleep.
available woman. Show me that boy pussy.
I told you this though before. I used to have like 4 wet dreams a night minimum. A
Whoa,
week.
Whoa.
I
A
got so
night
good-
is that means you're waking up.
I could wake up and stop them. That's how many I had is I could wake up and go, "Ugh."
Wake up and jack it off yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would be a better, but I shared a room with my brother until I was like 20.
Whoa.
So I couldn't, having him was
Yeah, it sounds
super
like you needed to
embarrassing.
jerk off more. That was the problem.
I think I was, but I had a girlfriend and we weren't hooking up because I was so nervous. I didn't know how to make like first moves.
Yeah.
And so I think I was so horny that I would jack off at home, and then my brain was like, I would just have a lot.
Yeah, that's not knowing how to make the first move. I've still never really like done it.
Then you do it with Manth?
There's never been when I've ever kissed a girl. There's never been any ambiguity as to whether it was okay. I've always gotten like verbal, like, do you want to make out? But I've never just
Whoa.
like felt like, oh, this seems right. Let's go.
Oh,
I've
I've
never
done
done that
that.
in my whole life.
I've done that. The only thing I'm bad at is like picking up cues when a girl is into me. Like sometimes, like I'll get it right sometimes. And,
When a girl's not into me, I don't get it. It takes
get
me. I mean, my lawyer says not to talk about this.
I was like with a girl one time, and she's like, "Wouldn't it be funny if we like made out?" And then I was like, "No, I don't think that would be."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
used to-
understand the bit.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I even thought about it, and I was like, I think the problem is you got to use set up punchline here, and you're missing.
It'd be funny if I was wearing like big shoes or a crazy
Yeah.
outfit,
Yeah,
or I
yeah.
had like a squeaker in my mouth.
Yeah, what is the subversion here?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
I tried the movie one once, like try to make out in the movies. And I was on a double date, and then we sat next to each other. They sat on the sides because we'd go on movie dates growing up. But the girl and the guy would always bring their best friend as like awkward wingmen to the
Right.
side. So you'd like counsel, like, I think I'm gonna do it.
And he's like, don't do it.
Yeah, he's like, not yet. We were both like, okay. And then my friend was like, all right, go for it. And then it was funny. That's why you'd have your little lawyer. And I remember I turned to her. I think it was a Polar Express.
Nice. Hot
Um,
chocolate.
Yeah. Hot chocolate. And I turned to her and I didn't know how to ask, but I was so nervous. Like I had cat tongue and everything. I go,
What is cat tongue?
the dry sandpaper tongue. The first time I ever, you know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
you're
where you're like,
like cotton mouth.
yeah.
But
Oh.
like so
Yeah, yeah,
dry that
cottonmouth.
you like feel every little taste bud. It's like basketball tongue where you're just like, ah, like you can't even. And I was really nervous, and I said, "Hey, you think this movie's fun?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You want to do something more fun?" And she goes,
Kind of a move.
"No." And I went, "Nice." And I turned to my friend and I go, we gotta go. And then we texted his mom. She came. She's like, I'm on my way. And I said, we gotta go to the bathroom. And we just left them.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Charles,
Yeah.
badass.
Wait, you just left just her or her and her friend?
Her and a friend.
Well, she's probably like her friend's like, why'd they go? And she's like, Charles wanted to go karting or some shit. He was
Yeah.
like, let's do more fun. So, this is great.
Yeah, I don't know what he meant by fun.
I was just saying the movie's good, and he left. I guess he hated the movie. Wanted me to agree.
Tom Hanks is a great actor.
You know how if you get like summoned to court or whatever, someone has to like serve you. Mm-hmm. Do you think there's a way you could serve? One could be served that was so fucked up and upsetting that you don't have to go anymore.
If it's like a Saw thing,
Give me an example, like fun ways to serve someone where the judge would be like,
you come.
all right, I'm sorry.
You come to in a room and there's a TV and they're like, you have to cut open your stomach or whatever, cut open your arm to get to the key, and you get it and you open it up.
Oh, and it's
a
a summons.
Yeah.
Yeah, the summons, and you're like, oh,
You've been served.
yeah, yeah. This is for a parking ticket.
Yeah.
That'd be my first guess. That I assume when you went there and you're like, well, I was sawed, and not even Saw 1, like Saw 3 or 4 when it was like played out.
And he's just some servant of the court, just like
In the mask.
Now you'll learn to appreciate life and not
he's the
park,
bailiff.
not double bark.
I was thinking if you get somebody
Okay,
like a
so
surprise birthday party, they get home, everyone's like, easy, you're going to jail, buddy. Surprise! Divorce.
A surprise divorce. Well, I guess that's kind of what they are.
Do-
Every divorce is kind of a surprise.
To someone.
Yeah, papers.
Do you get served divorce papers like
Yeah,
other
you
ones?
get served to it, yeah.
Can they be like, are you Nick? And I'm like, no. Nope.
Me and my wife are
It's
doing.
literally my wife.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
I'm divorced. No, I'm not. I'm not that person.
Me and my wife are doing good.
I don't
That's a
know
different
what that
Nick.
is. Yeah, yeah. My wife would never do.
And it's like, it's weird. They didn't give me the last name. I just looked at you and went, "You're not pleasing your wife."
My wife's not a huge bitch who would hand me this.
Right, honey? Shit. What would be a fun way to get served? Pinata?
But it's a bunch of divorce papers. You have many proceedings to go to.
You have to staple them back together. Oh,
Yeah.
God. This one looks like...
Yeah, and they didn't put the numbers. I don't know the order.
They didn't number the papers.
Yeah.
A fun way to get served.
You're judging the farthest paper airplane contest, and the one that goes the farthest, it's your turn. And you're like, how did I should have known. I really got roped into this judging the paper airplane contest.
When you walk up to get your certificate, when you like at
When you
graduation,
graduate.
when you graduate, you open it up and it's divorce papers.
The
and like,
provost hands
you
you.
also failed your class, and you're getting a divorce. This is a bad day for you.
And then they frame it,
Yeah,
put it above your office.
I see you're divorced.
It's on like
Yeah.
parchment. Yeah.
Yeah. Ivy League.
What, you think you're better than me?
you got divorced at Harvard.
The hard place to get divorced. They want... What's Harvard's motto? They want 48 of every 24 hours you have. I
What?
watched like a documentary and they said they want like 25 of every 24 hours. Yeah.
I thought the
William and Mary's motto is, "We are not a suicide school."
Yeah.
Stop saying that. Yeah, we have a suicide bridge, but I mean, it's really just a bridge. You can also walk over it. You don't have to jump on. Kids do, but
let's hang yourself. It's not a
they hang
tall
themselves.
bridge. Yeah,
If you were going to hang yourself off a bridge, would you jump or would you like ease into like a pool? Would you
Jump.
like
I would ease into a pool. Yeah.
Wait, of
I
hanging
would
yourself?
You've got the noose around. It's tied to the bridge. Do you leap
I would
off
go
or do you,
down
like,
the stairs on the shallow end and then slowly
Yeah.
wean myself. But I get to the
I can't
nipples.
breathe as good.
Like it's cold. Oh.
It would feel cool. There's your
Yeah.
life left your body.
I would probably jump just to hope that my neck breaks immediately.
Yeah, but what if the rope breaks? Like you get like a Judas situation.
Oh, then you just fall.
Yeah,
all
you
the way
don't
down?
do it right.
But then you fall to die.
And then you've got the noose
it's-
around your neck, and you're like, racists did it. You're
Yeah.
like Jesse
The
Smollett.
subway. Yeah.
I was just these racists
Yeah.
through bleach. They said, "Hey, Empire,
That's actually
you're
how
white. You're white."
You win a free Subway sandwich if
Yeah.
you survive the suicide. And you go
Subway.
there with,
If they came out after all that and was like, if you show up to Subway with a noose around your neck, you get a free sandwich.
Free toppings. You still have to pay for the sandwich. You get to pick two.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Hope I'm in the shot for that. This is me swinging the
Hey,
noose.
Mom, do we still have Dad's old noose?
Yeah, it's in the attic. Make sure you wash it.
yeah.
He was sweaty. Think he'd be sweaty?
Ah, big time.
I don't really sweat. Yeah, you think you'd be sweaty before you?
I don't really sweat when I try to kill myself.
Yeah.
I'm more of a dry tongue kind of guy.
I'm nervous.
What was the original?
Just funny way to serve people.
Toilet paper?
Has shit on it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. But like you.
You
like
wipe your
check
ass
it.
with it.
Ah.
I gotta look. I got the date.
Yeah.
When do I show up?
You show up every day. We gave you papers. It's covered in shit.
Have you guys ever been to court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did really good too.
What was it for?
Reckless driving. As I was walking into the courtroom, my lawyer turned to me and just went, "We're gonna be fine." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, I play golf with him, so
Wow.
this is gonna go really well." We walked up and I was stressed out because the first thing he did was plead guilty to everything, and I was like, "What? I don't think you're supposed to do that." And he's like, "But I think the punishment should be nothing, and we should just get rid of the whole thing." And my
It's so funny if you got like a crazy sentence and your lawyer's just like, "I stink at golf."
I didn't tell you who lost.
And then after that, the judge looks at me and just goes, "You have a really good lawyer," and then just drops all my charges.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Every
and
time
then I
the
just
judge
laugh.
looks over at you and your lawyer's
Yeah.
it's like so corrupt. The prosecution's like, "The fuck is that?"
Do you think every time they tried to serve you, if you just went and tried to, like, you were like up, and then you went and grabbed something else, you could just keep doing that? Then just be like, "I just got this, grab this first, and then I'll get to it, and you just never. Because isn't it like you have to grab it or something before they. I thought it had some weird rules.
I think it depends on where you are because I think sometimes they can even just leave it like stapled to or taped to your garage.
If they vaguely t-shirt gun into you,
That
does
would be fun.
Yeah, would that.
Who's not catching that?
Yeah, but then
Lottery
everyone's
winner?
trying to grab your fucking divorce
Ooh,
paper.
yeah, like an NBA
I'm
game.
divorced.
Yeah.
But the lottery, they make sure you get the winning numbers. And then
then
you go
you
to pick
show
up your
up.
money. You're going to jail.
Do I still get the money? No.
There's
Alimony.
Yeah,
have to
you
pay.
owe money.
It's on a newspaper. It's like one of those custom Sudokus, and they do it, and at the end it just says, I'm leaving you, and then they flip it over, and the next thing is just the divorce certificate.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like a crossword?
Yeah, like a crossword or a Sudoku. Crossword, sorry, on like a newspaper, but it's a fake newspaper, and the next page is all the divorce paper stuff.
And at the end, they want you to sign your name, and it's like, aha! And then they get you. That all we got
A
for that one?
really beautiful dinner on a rooftop with your wife. And things have been going rockily, so you're really excited about it, and it really fixes a lot of... You're like, oh, you're really listening and noticing me the whole time, and then the end just hands it to you.
I hope if me and my girlfriend never break up, she tells me it's going rockily. Nick,
What?
things have been rockily.
Did you say broccoli?
Things have been rockily. Naruto?
Yeah. No, I got it.
Would you have kids if the men got pregnant?
No.
You wouldn't?
No, my genitals aren't good
No,
for
what
that.
if you had to poop it out?
No.
If I got to poop it out?
Honestly,
And then I wiped
Because
to
then you
figure
could
out the
just give
gender?
birth like, ah!
I like pooping a lot. If it had the similar sensation, but it was just like a large baby, I think I would handle it better, too.
Yeah.
And I would take it on the chin, I think, better than...
Dude, I would love if when you started prairie dogging, it cried. You heard like a baby screaming because there was a little bit poking out of your butt. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Did you end up going to the grocery store?
No.
Did you end up pulling a tuna out of the freezer?
No.
Okay, goodbye.
Well, sounds like you're about to get served. You're going to come home to some tuna stuffed
This
papers.
is actually the fun way to get served. One of us just hands it to you during a podcast.
Yeah.
It's been a long con
53
podcast.
episodes
Yeah.
of the podcast.
She actually asked me to start it for it. She was going to build into it.
I think it'd be fun, too, because the way that you would have twins is that you would poop out one baby, and then like a couple minutes later, you'd be like, oh, I think.
Yeah, uh-oh. Would you have a baby if you had to raise it?
Oh.
Like as its father?
Oh, my God.
And then stay with your wife? I'm
I
sorry
mean,
if that's
is that
like
even
too
a-
outlandish.
Yeah.
No,
Is she
no.
still, like, are we co-parenting, or do I have to be in the same house as her?
Yeah, you're like
For the whole time?
married to your wife.
And is the kid like sickly? Like, is he gonna make it, or is he gonna the whole time, or is if he looks like a sickly kid, he's got like 8 years. Like, I think I could do it. But if it's
No, I think the most I would settle for is Skype Dad.
Skype Dad is a hero. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a champion.
if I was a superhero, I'd be called Skype Dad.
Skype Dad.
yeah.
My Wi-Fi is weird. Dad, what the hell?
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Just shaking tinfoil and stuff. Thunder, Dad.
No, but I think if we had to if a man had a baby and it came out of my ass, it'd be fun because I would just be like, I don't know, I think I'm pregnant, and then I get shit on the table all the time. I wouldn't actually be pregnant. You see, I'd be like, false alarm, sorry guys.
It'd be a fun way to fake a water birth too. Get in the tub and just be like, babe, and then up.
Yeah, she has to get down there and like get ready to receive just
Poop in her.
shit. Yeah. Yeah, how many times have you shat on your wife? Like 10.
I'm all.
Rookie numbers, dude. You gotta pump those numbers. Shit in your wife's hands.
It is funny to fart in the tub.
Post-party baby.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know where to go with that, but that's my thought.
Post farty.
Be like
Postpartum?
like a post-party poop, but it's instead it's a
Yeah, I
post-party
had a
baby.
real drunk baby. Yeah. Drank too
Shit.
much last night.
Yeah,
Had a
yeah.
real fucking baby the next day.
Yeah, it's a problem.
One of those Taco Bell babies. That'd be great if what you ate determined the racial makeup of your baby.
That would be the majority. Yeah.
It's just all Irish and Mexican people.
Somebody
Yeah.
had because if you have Taco Bell, it's a shitty Mexican.
Okay, let's.
It's not a good Mexican.
I'll do a
it's
question now.
Bad
I'll do
Mexican.
a
No,
quick-
no, we can keep it.
No, we're not doing this question anymore.
Would you say is the difference between a good Mexican
No.
and a shitty Mexican? If you had to name
Okay,
15
okay.
differences,
Okay.
you can swear.
So you're like in an Ocean 11's.
Are we done with that one?
Yeah, we're done with it. Yeah, we're done with it.
What if you had a shitty Mexican baby? That's the question.
You're in like an Ocean 11 style heisting crew.
Oceans.
Ocean's 11 style heisting
The guy's
crew.
name is Frank
But
Ocean.
one of the people on your team.
Will you start the question over again? I kind of interrupted you. I noticed.
Okay.
Just
You're in
wanna
an
make sure we
ocean.
get all of it. I don't want the audience to be confused. Sometimes I get confused when we interrupt.
I want to give Charles the question because I think you're less likely to interrupt him if he. Okay, I'm
Which
good.
question?
Okay, yeah. You're in an Ocean 11 style heist crew, but you have the Hamburglar as one of your team members, and he's kind of a legacy pick. He's been there for a while,
Right.
but his only thing he suggests is stealing McDonald's hamburgers, which isn't. It's just not. There's not a lot of money in it, and it's his only skill.
I'm just doing the basic math. I'm like, all right, we could either hit the casino or we could steal like I don't know, a million hamburgers,
Yeah, and
then we have to resell the. Also, refrigeration is gonna now be in it. We have to refrigerate, and he's just like,
And
Yeah,
he
he's
keeps
just
suggesting it because it's his only thing. He's just been there for a while, and he has a wife and kids, and you don't want to fire him, but like he's just
Right,
on
he
a
needs
crew.
to update.
Yeah, he
he
knew
needs to
your
learn
dad.
to learn to code.
His only skill set is stealing hamburgers,
What if after every heist you have to stop by McDonald's?
so that he can feel like he was part of it.
compromise.
Yeah.
He steals it.
Yeah.
but,
But he
actually, you just paid for it. Don't tell him.
People, because he walks out with the hamburgers and like, dude, what the fuck? And you're like, yeah, I got
This
him. Don't
is
worry
what
about
I would
it.
do. Is I would, before the bank heist or whatever heist casino, I would go buy a bunch of hamburgers, and whoever's breaking into the casino kind of lay them throughout.
put them in the
So
safe.
then when you're running out, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. We'll get the diamonds. You get the hamburgers. All right, that sounds fair.
There's 7 hamburgers throughout this casino. Grimace. Or the Hamburglar, you're on it.
He just thinks he can move like invisibly through the security, but he's just holding hamburgers, and they're like, weird. It's like, guys, I did it again. These fuckers didn't see
They
me.
never get me.
He's a good distraction, but we have to go 4 hours before every heist and hide hamburgers
We
throughout
have to
the whole
sneak
thing.
in twice.
So we can't hide it that. It can't be that well
He's not
hidden.
too good at finding things either.
Yeah, he's not good at it.
You just knew the guy who started this whole thing.
How many times do you think people ask the Hamburglar if he steals ham? And he's like, I don't steal ham. Okay, I steal hamburger. You see where the
And they're like, so you're a Hamburglar? What are you? Are you a lur?
Were you born in Hamburg? You're German. You're a German lur.
No.
We combined.
No one gets me. He's got the mask, but no one's interested in his secret identity. No, who is
Also,
the
that's what-
Hamburglar?
You gotta see who he is.
It's obviously the guy that, because when he's not stealing hamburgers, he's
Eating hamburgers.
yeah.
You think he eats them? Or is it
Yeah,
just
He
like to steal
stashes them, and they're all rotten.
Yeah. He's like a hoarder.
He's like, one day, these are like those little Trojan dolls
Yeah,
or whatever. They gain in value. You'll see.
Yeah, it's like
they're like
he's-
Pokemon cards.
He's like one of those like old timey like libertarians that stores gold, but his is just McDonald's hamburgers. They actually age pretty well, so he
Yeah,
has
yeah,
a
he'd be
while.
fine.
Yeah, he'd be
Yeah.
fine. He has a long time before that shit goes bad.
What was the question? Oh, it's the Hamburglar is part of my heist team.
Yeah, but he's not. He's the hamburger.
Also, do you just leave him at the scene?
Yeah,
And
I
then get
mean,
him later?
yeah, but then the only thing he's stolen is so he's only ever getting misdemeanors. He's never getting like a felony because he's not stealing things of any value.
I think even if the police would come up to him and be like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm stealing all your hamburgers. They'd be like, weird. Where are your friends?
Do you need help?
Yeah.
Do you live in a shelter nearby?
Did you miss the bus? We can take you to it.
What if he demands to talk? Or like you have to listen to his master plan every time you take time out to like,
Or you steal all, you reveal that you had already, like the classic, like, oh, it turns out we already stole all the gold and we
Yeah.
replaced it with whatever. And then when you're done, the Hamburglar's like, yes, and then I returned all the gold and replaced it with hamburger. And you're like, damn it!
it took 3 years of planning.
Yeah, do you know how many laws I broke? And he's like, eat up, fellas.
We've earned it. I like to take care of my boys.
Time for lunch.
Jeff, I know you're pregnant. You can have 2.
It's literally enough for one. Everyone has one. And no ketchup.
It wasn't a 1-to-1 replacement.
Yeah.
It was like a 50-to-1.
Somebody's not going to be able to eat. And it's not me because I stole the burgers.
Yeah, these guys didn't really do anything, honestly. You were hacking on the computer, though. I was shutting down the power grid. Yeah, that's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Stoves don't need electricity. They're gas, you idiot.
Remembering everybody's McDonald's lunch order. Equally as valuable.
McDonald's should have done an ad where they catch and then execute the hamburger.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, the
Ronald
price in the
does it.
hamburger land is death.
Death, yeah.
It's like Hamburglar sneaking out, and then Ronald McDonald just shoots him in the face.
Yeah, it wasn't even hamburgers. Those weren't stolen hamburgers. It was just police brutality. It was fucked up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Knee on
corrupt.
his neck.
The Hamburglar is just how McDonald's is racist. Every
Yeah.
black guy that comes in, they're like, a Hamburglar. Hey, come on, guys.
We better kill him, guys.
Was there like do you guys remember this? Do you remember these commercials that Burger King had where it was the Burger King, but he was like being a piece of shit?
He would like be in a woman's home.
Yeah.
It'd be like late at night, and he's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's just like doing like kind of like they would hold papers and he would smack it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Burger King had great marketing for a while.
I think they should have just kept escalating that too. It was like fucking their wives and shit. It was like really fucked up
yeah,
stuff.
your wife just got fucked by the king.
You're like, what? And then he also knocks the papers down and he runs.
My papers! Yeah. I'd written a novel about how my wife never cheats. Damn it!
They also had the commercial with the small hands. Do you remember that? I wish I could have a Whopper, but I have such tiny hands. You guys never saw that one?
No,
Oh,
we're
it's
younger.
good.
We're much younger than you.
Ah,
are.
yes.
Yeah.
They're idiots. Part of the idiot generation. Well, you think the hamburger gets home and takes off his mask, or does it keep it on?
I think it takes it off and it stinks. It smells like shit.
Like a bra?
Yeah.
Like a sweaty bra? Throws it in the tub.
His wife's getting on him for not stealing enough hamburgers today. Shut up! It's a process. My burgers come in at the end of the month. You know this.
Yeah. When I met you, you were stealing 10 a day.
You're on. You know those like animatronic rides at like Busch Gardens or Six Flags or whatever that are like horror. It's not a roller coaster. It's like you go in and it's like.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a room.
Did you know Katie used to work at those and she would get like punched? People would get scared and just punch her the first thing.
Would you say something if it's a 3-seater and there's 2 people like making out next to you on one of those?
Would
Where
you
it's
say
horror?
something?
What would you do?
And
They're like progressively like you look over and they're kissing, and then you go back to the zombies and they're fingering.
What if when they're fingering and you finally address it, they turn and they're both scary clowns. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is part of the ride.
And then they're like, smell this.
Wait, you do this?
Vinegar!
You do this every single time.
sign this. You've been served.
Comes out of the vagina. Sorry.
Wow, we did all of them.
I would scream really loud if it was just regular people.
Like it's
if it was,
yeah. As soon as his tongue gets.
Oh no!
By the way, they're 15.
Yeah.
You're sitting next to 2 15-year-olds fingering each other?
Yeah.
This is 2 women.
That's scary.
Yeah.
2 15-year-old women fingering
2 guys
Really?
fingering each other's assholes.
Wow. So they got in backwards.
You're like
They're
trying to get the attention of the guy like buckling. Hey, they're in backwards and they're fingering each other's.
Yeah. They're having trouble because it's hard to reach because of the seatbelt, so they need your help. They're like, hey, can you?
Could you help? And I'm
Yeah.
like,
No.
That would be a good ride, like a scary ride.
To get fingered during
Yeah.
a scary
No, it's just
ride?
you're there and 2 kids are fucking right next to you, and you have to just like
Wow. Yeah.
so scary, and then all the all the LEDs and animatronics like shut off, it breaks, and the lights just turn on, and you keep going, and you're just trying not to hear the like.
Oh, yeah, the macaroni. That's what they call it.
Just
right?
like the weird soft moaning.
And you just keep hearing one of them being like, ask him.
It's right.
Yeah.
You're trying to
You seem
text,
cool.
but you can't get your phone because your hands are like kind
One of them finally turns over to you. It's like, this ride's pretty fun. You want to have a really fun time?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think there is a line of like what is the line of thing that could happen where you really sincerely wouldn't be sure if it was part of it? See what I'm saying?
In that scenario?
Where they're
In one of
making
those
out? Yeah, well, they're
animatronics.
kissing. I assume that's not part of the ride.
Yeah.
We're not like a French horror thing.
Yeah, they're like in black and white.
Yeah. Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, you know they say in those haunted houses they're not allowed to touch you.
The people. Oh, yeah.
You're allowed to touch them.
You can hit that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you just try to?
Yeah, you can kiss them.
Yeah.
If you want to practice.
No,
You're
no,
like,
it's
the fuck
you-
was that? You're like, I got scared.
No, it's the other way. You can't touch.
Fight or flight.
No,
I
no.
kissed. I
It's
don't
the
know.
rule is you can't touch them, but they can touch you.
Really?
It's the other way. Yeah.
But they can't like harm you with the equipment.
Well, they're not. They are privately told they're not supposed to touch you. But the rule that when you go into those, as they tell you, is you cannot touch them. I have. Once again, they get punched a lot, and it's like adult men will get freaked out and just punch these like young
Damn.
girls. Yeah, because it's all these theater kids that are doing it.
That's awesome. I really like
It's
the
these
idea
older
that,
men just assaulting them.
that these like horror mazes are actually way scarier for the monster kids than they are.
Yeah.
I mean, what's scarier, like a little devil or like an adult man who's been drinking? Just walk.
Yeah, you're hiding, but not to jump out, but to hide, and they jump out at you and just start.
Oh, a scarecrow!
Just getting bloodied up. $15 an hour.
Work's going bad for me.
I got sorry, I'm gonna keep bringing it back.
Served.
Yeah, we try to make these individual.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they're more clippable.
Cut
that
it
way.
out.
Okay, where were we at?
My initial thing was you're on one of these rides and the kids are making out next to you.
I think I would go. Are you guys making out? I think that would be fun to point out.
How early in the ride would you do it?
I would do it as early. Pretty early. As soon as I started. You guys making out? Kind of like that.
What would you do? All right, you say, "Are you guys making out?" Both of them turn and they go, "No," and then they just keep making out.
You go. You just keep talking.
Would you have the confidence to be?
These guys are making out.
We're not.
No, they're not making out.
And then
Me
they
and,
keep.
me and Nathan will be the kids making out.
All right.
We're not making
We're
out.
not making
Looks
out.
like you guys are making out.
No, we aren't.
All right.
Yeah, you should keep to yourself.
You mind if I keep an eye on you?
Do you mind if I jack off?
As long as you don't make out.
Yeah.
You guys drink whiskey at the same time.
We're brothers.
You not drink whiskey with your brother at the same time identically?
Yeah. We FaceTime every night.
Just
10 o'clock.
yeah.
Good night.
One sip.
Yeah.
Call ended.
Pour out the whiskey.
Yeah.
Throw away the bottle.
Every day I buy a new bottle.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys can jack off to completion on a roller coaster?
No, I think the
And it's the
flips-
Intimidator.
What's that one?
It's
one that
just
you
one
black
with a
out?
huge
Oh.
first drop, and then it takes you hard right, so you black out. But I feel like you could use
And you
that.
also go completely soft.
No,
You have
because
ED.
the blood would leave your head. You'd get
Go
like
into your
harder than you've ever been. If there was,
Well,
okay.
how do you black out from the coming? I don't. The
you
ride
come
doesn't
so
make-
hard, you're still on the way up. Oh God!
People, Asian tourists just.
Did a bird just poop on me? No.
Oh no.
I think the thing is, you want to
Still
get
good
it so
luck.
you just want to make sure you don't come at the top of the loop, so you get hit with it at the bottom.
Yeah. Somebody will. Somebody's screaming.
If you're good, you
You
can
look at
actually.
the picture at the end.
Yeah, if you're good, you can
Come
angle.
chat.
When you're up, when you're upright, you can angle right down so it hits the person there.
Like on like a corkscrew.
Yeah. It's like 5 people.
And it's like the surprise of the roller coaster. Somebody's gonna get hit.
It's like a Santiago bit.
Oh yes,
Santiago's voice.
I love it. Stop! I don't.
Santiago always has to hit that voice.
People don't know who this
I
is.
know,
They're
cut
just.
it out.
It's a comic friend of ours. Did I tell you the crowd work he did when we were in Buffalo that was like wild?
No.
It's this like older lady. She's like in her 60s sitting with all these like men. I don't know how she knew them, but it's her and all these men. And he just is like, "Hey, ma'am." She's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are all of these guys your sperm donors?" And she like starts laughing. And he just gets into it. He's like, "Yeah, you probably had them all like come into a bowl. And then you just are drinking the bowl. And they're like, Nana, wrong hole." And you're like, "Oh, well." It's like, the fuck, dude? This is like at a nice winery. He's just like,
They laugh?
some people, his sets are like the best and the worst.
Yeah.
Like some people were like losing their mind, mostly me, and then everyone else was like, "What?"
When you say the best and the worst, it's the best for you, but the worst for
Best
every
for
other.
some people, and then other people, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Would you go on a roller coaster if the thing was that everyone's going to try to jerk off?
Could you sit next to is it you're sitting next to
You
another
can
guy?
bring a date.
Okay. All right. Ready? Here we go. Just on the drop, you have to start.
Oh, and none of the girls come. Can we go again? No. I want to go home. I don't want to talk.
I'm tired.
Can we spoon? No.
Can we spoon? Who's asking to spoon?
What?
Who's asking to spoon?
The
guy or
girls.
girl?
Jesus,
The girl
the girls.
after, even though they didn't come, they want to spoon.
My
Yeah, they just
girlfriend
want-
always does.
Really?
But she doesn't come.
Yours?
Woman of faith.
Woman of the cloth. Heavy period.
You didn't think you could come in an elevator?
Are we going up or down?
You're going up. You got 10 flights.
Yeah. Did you know if an elevator is falling, if you just come right at the end, you don't die. It's totally fine. It's like the jumping myth.
It would be funny if you're on an elevator and just as a prank, the doors open. You go, oh, I'm sorry. No one's getting on the elevator, at least. That's one way you could secure a solo ride.
It's like that classic, like if like 4 people in an elevator face a weird direction, the 5th person will also. If 4 people in an elevator are all jacking off really hard, the 5th person will be like, hit 13, thank you. Oh, there's no 13. Hit 14, thank you. Almost. Why did I pick 13 of all the numbers? That's the one they don't have.
Is it part of the bit, or did you just sincerely pick 13 and then remember that fact?
Which would you think is cooler?
I was thinking about that. Never mind. I was thinking, you know how there's the word procrastinating?
Yes.
You
Okay, we're-
masturbate.
You should masturbate, but you keep doing other stuff
Yeah.
instead. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do my question.
I
now.
really
Okay.
gotta masturbate right now. I just can't though. I
just
keep
keep
doing
doing my-
chores
I
and
keep doing
sending
it all
important
day.
I keep
emails.
doing my history homework.
God, I need to nut though. I'm
Yeah.
so full of cum.
Being
but I
13
keep,
is so hard.
I keep working out,
my
filing my
life
taxes.
is going great.
That's been
Episode 53.
If you want to see the rest of it, check us out on Patreon. Thanks so much for watching. That has been our show. Good night.